Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun. The first show, it's Fun Football Podcast, but this is the first show since the Twitter got hacked. And there's a new logo up there, everybody. It's over there. Izac on Football, the podcast. We are going to break down, I'm very excited, the third ever Packers Bears playoff game. And for that, we've got an epic panel. I'm going to go to Handsome Med first. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I am doing great. There's going to be stories to be told and predictions that be bold. Bears fans, break out the rollies. It's coming up time. Can I get an FGB, my Bears brothers and sisters?
FGB.
Wow, on my show, I love it how you bring that up right away. Good job, buddy. All right,
Zing!
I love it. Right away on
Wait
my
till
show.
next year.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna love it. We also got. I guess I'll go counterclockwise. We've got Brady from Green Bay Packer Nation. How you doing, man?
I am well. I'll be doing better tomorrow night after the Packers beat the Bears.
I agree. I think that's my prediction too. But we're gonna get into it fully, and we've also got Shorty from Bears Country Productions. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Izac. Great to see you again. Thanks for having me on. I had a lot of fun with you on my show with you last time, and then the previous time I was on. Well, 2 times I was on your show before that. So
I appreciate it, man.
Fun. Even though you guys are Packers fans, it's always fun.
You know, that's what I'm finding out. Some of my favorite people. Yeah. Some of my favorite people are the playoff beard. I love it. Some of my favorite people are Bears fans, and I'm really happy that we got this because I know Shorty and Brady, you guys haven't met yet, but I think this is going to be a blast. I've got a lot of thoughts on this game. Why don't we just start something we were talking about behind the scenes, and I'll go last. We'll go to Shorty first, then we'll go Brady, and then Med, and then me, and we can kind of go popcorn style after that. But how are you guys feeling in general about your team and this matchup going into the game? We can break it down fully, but Shorty, how are you feeling the night before the game?
I have a quiet calm to me that I don't normally have going into Packers games. I'm a little concerned about our defense. We have not been able to really stop. There's been quite a few quarterbacks this year that just ding, 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 first down, first down, first down. I mean, we got lit up by Brock Purdy against the Niners, and we came back against the Lions in the last game, but didn't put enough together for the first 3 quarters, and now we sit going into the playoffs with a 2-game losing streak. You guys have a 4-game losing streak. That kind of worries me. But I have a little bit of a quiet calm to it, to my posture going into this game tomorrow, which is strange for me. The last game that we played, the Packers and the Bears, I kept getting up and going out in my garage and just like nervously cleaning something, because I'm like, every time I would come in, the Bears would do something bad, or the Packers would do something good. Every time I left, the Bears would do something good. So I just kept going out to my garage, trying to use that superstition. And then finally, 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, I just stayed in my garage the entire time. I missed the entire half of the last 10 minutes of the game. My wife and I had friends over, and they were all being quiet. And his son comes out and goes, "We lost." I'm like, yeah, I know we lost. He's like, "No, we won." So then I was ecstatic. But going into this game, I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm a little bit worried, and on the other hand, I'm optimistic.
Okay, I like it. Honestly, I kind of feel the same way. Jordan Love was carrying a swagger with him in that last game. He didn't look afraid of y'all's defense, and Malik Willis had a very effective game too. So offensively, I'm less concerned. I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where I'm worried about our defense, especially now without Micah Parsons. But I'm feeling good about how I think our offense is going to play in this game. I'll give more thoughts in a minute. Brady, you have any rebuttal to Shorty? Any thoughts of your own?
No rebuttal. I think context-wise, I would say I think the NFL ended the regular season in absolutely fireworks fashion. I think Packers-Bears playoff entry point, I don't know that it can get any better than this. I would love to sit here and say that this is not going to be a game. My team has been beating these guys forever and we're going to beat them again. That is not the situation right now. I think this is going to be a freaking barn burner. And I think it's the absolute best way to kick off the playoffs right now. As far as how I feel about the Packers, I feel like our offense, again, we're on a 4-game losing streak, as was mentioned. But I feel like our offense with Josh Jacobs a little healthier than he had been for, a month and a half or whatever it was, could get some things going. And if that happens, it could be scary for a Bears defense. But at the same time, our defense, sans Micah Parsons, we talked before the season began, Isaac. I said, my excitement for Micah Parsons is the gravitas, like the gravity, like the guys that he's going to bring into his orbit because he is just that monumental. We have none of that now. Yeah. And so defensively, again, I think it's Jeff Hafley's show right now. I love his swagger too. And I hope he can put together a game plan that puts us in situations to be successful. But I think this is going to be one hell of a game.
I agree. Okay, I don't like this comment, so it's only staying up for a second. But I do like the go Pack go, Jason. I don't want to hear any FGBs. I agree. Brady, our defense, this shows you how important it is to have I hate using the word superstar, having a difference maker, it's like having Steph Curry on a basketball court, having that gravity that attracts attention from everywhere, and it makes everybody better because it gives the corners a little bit more time. It takes the attention away from Rashawn Gary, Edgerrin Cooper. I mean, Devontae Wyatt, people forget that he's out too. He was having a career season. It's not hyperbole. He was having his best year, probably in part because of Micah Parsons, but it's vital. And that is such a difference maker. We hadn't had that guy as good as Xavier McKinney was. We didn't have that guy in the front, and you have to have that in today's NFL, and that changes the complexity of this game. I got more. I'm going to let Med go. Med, I love when you're in the comments during the show. It makes me laugh. You're such a hype man, dude. You're like you're double. You're all over. I love it.
Yeah.
Multitasking. Love it. I'm really excited for this.
It actually feels good that the rivalry is back where it should be.
In the playoffs, right, man?
And I mean,
look at this.
It's kind of crazy that this is only the third time that the two of the oldest franchises in the NFL have made it in the playoffs against each other. And
How is that possible, right?
I don't know. Last time I think was the 2010 NFC Championship game. And
Yep.
Me and Shorty got to watch Jay Cutler pout his way into oblivion. But
he did a good job on that elliptical, though.
He did. I mean, he was on point with that elliptical. But I mean, this is going to be a game in which it's not going to be about who wants it more. To quote Cole Kmet, it's not about who wants it more. It's about the details. And you got a lot of key players that are hurt on pretty much on both sides of the ball. There's two big ones on the Bears side, and there's a couple on the Packers side, but next man up. We'll see what happens.
I agree. And crazy sad, I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but it's only been twice. But in 1941, the Bears beat the Packers 33-14. The 1941, it was December. They went on to win that championship that season. 2010, that season in January 2011, the Packers beat the Bears in the NFC Championship, so they're 1-1, and the Packers won the Super Bowl. So both times the winner won the championship. I would love, no joke, even if the Bears beat the Packers, if y'all could actually go on to win the Super Bowl, I can say I lost to a Super Bowl champion, so that makes me feel better about it.
That's interesting because I feel like if the Bears beat the Packers tomorrow night, that's going to kind of get the monkey. The monkey was off their back with the win the last game when they won the division with that win, but I feel like beating them in the playoffs would really get the monkey off their back, and that would give them the confidence to maybe propel them into the Super Bowl rather than if they had built if they had beat like the 49ers or the Rams in the first round.
I agree. I think that this is a really meaningful game. I think Jordan Love needs this one too. Especially after losing the last 2 playoff games. He won his first one. I think it's a big game for him as well, but it's a psychological thing for you guys, and you've won 2 of the last 4 now, so it's starting to feel like a rivalry again instead of one-sided. I agree with that. That's a good point, man. I don't want to get into the prediction. Got a lot of thoughts on this. Do you guys think?
Y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this is going to be basically. How much rust do you think Jordan Love's going to have after missing 2 games, almost 3 games altogether since his concussion?
It's funny that we think alike. I was about to say, how healthy and how ready is Jordan Love going to be?
I was going to ask you, because I was in my garage and I had the TV on, but it was really low because I was using power tools and stuff. And I looked up and I realized Jordan Love wasn't. I didn't realize if he was playing or not. I saw him on the sidelines. He was dressed, but so he didn't play in that game at all. No.
I don't think anyone that was in a Packers uniform played in that last game at all.
No, we had Bullard and we had Evan Williams in those.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even watch that game.
I don't blame you.
Well,
I normally do, but I just didn't.
Wondering if they were just sitting their starters because they were already in the playoffs, or was it because he was injured still?
The sense I got, I'm curious Brady's thoughts. The sense I got was that he probably could have gone, but they didn't want to risk injury.
I get that.
I agree. I think that was the situation, and that's been like a lot of the topic of conversation, especially after what Ben Johnson said. Personally, we had a week 4 bye week. The Green Bay Packers did exactly the right thing. The players will talk. They'll puff up their chests and all kinds of shit like that. I don't care. Everybody who needed rest got rest, and that may be the difference between a win and a loss tomorrow night.
It could be, honestly. Sometimes the rust thing.
The rust question.
It can hurt you, but the one thing I'm hoping we can do in the future is protect Jordan Love, because he's starting to have some small nagging injuries that could derail what's starting to look to me like a pretty promising player. Like I started to see. Other than Micah Parsons, a lot of this season, Jordan Love was one of the best things we had going for us. And we got to keep this guy healthy. So, I mean, it's just one game, Shorty, but I think I would have done the same thing. And I don't love it either way. But that's what I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious I think he is going to – I'm hoping he doesn't, but I'm worried the first quarter he is going to show a little bit of rust.
It's a crazy story, but I fell in my yard on the what it was. Christmas was Thursday, so that Saturday, I was in my yard and I was going downhill and I had a bunch of debris in my hands and I fell and I went face first right into in my concrete patio. I mean, and I gave myself it was a serious concussion that kept me in bed for 3 days. I missed 2 days of work in the dark. With like the eye thing over my eyes, and I started thinking about
how many fingers am I holding up?
4. And I started thinking about that concussion that Jordan Love took. I started thinking about all the concussions that every NFL player takes, and I was thinking to myself, like, there is no way in hell I'm playing a game next week if I was in the NFL. Like if with what I had going on, I'm like, I don't even know if I'd play the rest of the season. So I could imagine him sitting out a couple of it taking more than one. Like Jaquan Brisker missed more than half the season last year with a concussion. So they are to be taken seriously.
I can't remember half of my senior year in high school because of concussions. So.
From football?
Yeah.
I had a concussion one time, and I had a couple from football, but I had one from this stupid incident where I tried jumping over a chair in 8th grade, and I tried doing the hurdles. This was so dumb. And my foot hooked the top of it, and I just basically went down onto a metal bar and bam. Yeah. And I blacked out. I don't remember the next 3 hours, but the next 30 minutes I have no memory. I just remember being down maybe 30 minutes later at the nurse's office. They checked me out, sent me to the doctor. I was done.
Did you forget you were white?
Yes. I never did hurdles either in track. I just did long distance and sprints. There's Janae.
Did you see stars?
Yes. I saw stars from a hit. I remember I ran 2 upright when I played running back in 8th grade, and I got clocked one time. I saw stars. I don't remember the next 10 minutes. Probably was a concussion. Yep.
If you see stars like in the cartoons, like the stars.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a concussion.
So Brady, what do you
think?
think?
Did we answer the rust question though? I mean, I think like
first quarter, I'm hoping he shakes it off.
Well, and the thing with concussions to me is, you know, they last for however long they last. Once you're over them though, there's not really many side effects other than that, you know, other than what happened in the past. You're usually pretty much fine to go on until the next one, which is the problem. And I don't see this affecting Jordan Love's play. I think more what might affect his play is just the fact that he hasn't been out there, and he's going to have to get his body warm, get back into the rhythm of things and the speed of the game. Frankly, for me, Josh Jacobs is the biggest factor in Jordan Love's rust or not rust situation. I mean, if they get him going early, I don't think Jordan Love misses a beat. If they don't, and, you know, we go 3 and out on the first offensive series, I think the story could become different, you know, sooner rather than later, because, you know, Caleb Williams out there and, you know, with his weapons back, you know, you don't want to get your back against the wall against this Bears team, especially since, you know, they've been kind of thriving on coming back later in the game. I mean, what happens when you let them go off early? I don't like that scenario one bit whatsoever.
I agree. So, Mad, my answer is I think you'll see it the first couple of drives. But, you know, I got to be honest, man. I think there's like an 80% chance he shows some rust. I'd say like 20 to 25% he just comes out on fire. He kind of did the last time. And y'all's defense, I'm afraid of your running game, if I'm being honest. And I'm afraid of Caleb making some plays. I don't have a ton of fear in your defense, but the way ours is playing, I don't have a lot of confidence in my defense either. But Med, what's your answer? How much rust do you think Love shows?
It depends on what happens in the first quarter. The only thing I'd be worried about is, as far as concussions go, you do tend to get past them a little bit, but also at the same time, you're more susceptible to getting another one.
I know. I mean, Tua, right?
Yeah. I mean, but, you know, the big question I have, who's y'all's third string quarterback right now? Because I know Malik Willis is questionable, so that'd be a big thing too, and would need more on the running game.
Is it even Tune? Is he even there, or is it Ritter? Is it Ritter?
It's Ritter.
Yay! I feel so much better about that one.
I'll just tell everybody right now, Jordan Love's playing this whole game.
I would.
Jordan Love's playing all 4 quarters of this game.
They better protect him. I'm serious. I don't.
Tom's back. Yeah, he's playing the whole game.
Come on.
I don't want to get to score predictions. I want to start talking about the offenses. Let's. I'm going to be curious to our Bears fans. Let's talk about the Bears offense first. Are you guys cool? Do you guys want to break this down by quickly by each unit: quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, and the O line? You guys.
What'd you say?
Are you cool? Are you cool if we break it down by Caleb, your running back group, because you guys have multiple that are good, your receivers and tight ends, and then your O line? You want to hit each tier? Do this the right way?
Sure.
I mean, it takes a minute, but I just want to get you guys' thoughts on Caleb in his first playoff start. How are you feeling? Do you think he's gonna have some nerves and some jitters early game, or do you think he'll settle in right away?
I think he's going to be. I don't think he has nerves. He said it himself the first game of his rookie season that he doesn't get nervous for games, and I believe that because the kid has the it factor. He has that when the game's on the line. You know, I'm going to go out and it's almost like I wish they would just run a 2-minute offense the entire damn game because, you know, then he's in that up tempo quick thought mode, right? What I've been hearing though is that there's a pretty good chance of snow on Saturday night, and there's going to be some pretty strong winds too. So that's going to have a big.
I forgot to check the weather.
30-something mile an hour winds, I heard, and snow.
With Chicago.
Early win, possible snow. Yep.
Yeah.
But I think Caleb's going to be. I think he's going to come out fine. It's just a matter of whether they can, start off the gate quickly, or if they're going to, be like the Lions going into the fourth quarter down 16 to zip. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, I get it.
But
Ned,
it was odd though, because the
you're good.
previous game it was like tit for tat with the Niners. Touchdown Niners, touchdown Bears. Caleb was on fire, and then the next game, he's
right.
What happened?
Like
there?
that happens in love sometimes, where I'm like, dude, what do you like? I saw a little bit more consistency, and I really do think he's our franchise QB. But there's times where I'm like, I mean, it's hard, but it's the NFL, man. It's hard to play your A-level game every game. Like sometimes a B game or C feels like a big drop-off compared to what you've seen other games. One of the things I liked about Love is we saw his best against some of the better teams this year, not Philly, but we saw his best in some of the bigger games this year, especially early in the season. But then there was, some downs as well. Caleb's been a little strange with that. Or like the first game where some of his best plays were just literally escaping Micah Parsons.
Right.
And some of the what did he throw in that first game? 140 yards? Like 150? Once it was, I got to pull it up. That's a great question. But he made throws and he made plays with his legs that were beyond the box score in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, Med, what are your thoughts on Caleb in his first playoff start?
I think it's going to be a little bit of what we've seen already throughout the season. It will take it takes him a couple drives to really get into his groove. Even Ben Johnson has actually voiced his concern about this. And as far as the Bears go, I mean, there's a reason why he's known as Cardiac Caleb right now. And usually, for the first two quarters, not exactly the most consistent guy, but whenever the second half comes, that's when he lights up. That's when he makes the big plays. And I mean, he shows why he was a first overall pick. I think that, he has the swagger of a veteran. It's just getting the experience right there. This is still year one of a brand new offense. And so it's going to take at least a year or two more before he is fully incorporated in the offense to where he'll be able to do what you see Patrick Mahomes do sometimes.
Good point. Brady, how do you feel about Caleb? What are you expecting from him in this game?
I mean, I expect the same. I expect the same Caleb Williams. I've got, a young quarterback, second year round, who can make all the throws. So buckle up, watch out. And I'm not that, listening to Med, I'm kind of with you as much as I hate it, in the sense that, down the road, this guy could be something special. Now, tomorrow's not down the road, so we get to, and tomorrow, and he's going to have to deal with a guy like Micah Parsons, hopefully for the long term too. But I've had to have this run in with Green Bay Packer fans that tried to, Caleb Williams, he didn't play against any competition in college. I was like, well, wait a minute. If that's the standard, Jordan Love lost to Kent State by double digits, so he can't play quarterback in the NFL either. And then you watch Caleb Williams throw the ball on the run, which reminds me, as much as I hate it, a lot of Russell Wilson. And I expect to get his best game. I mean, you can't expect, what a guy that paints his nails is not going to be rattled in a game like this. So, it's just not going to happen.
We win this game, I'm going to be painting my nails.
Yeah.
No, should be the bet. Whoever.
Yeah, I think it's the Green Bay Packers' job to hand him a bad game, and I think that job got a hell of a lot more difficult without Micah Parsons.
It did. It really did. That's the problem, is that it's Hafley's going to have to get creative, and we're going to have to see the best from Rashawn Gary and Inagabre. And I need to see Wooden, and I need to see all these other guys because we still have capable players. Like a friend at work said it. We still, I mean, other than Wyatt, this defense was top 10 last year without Micah Parsons. Where's that defense? It's actually fallen to below. We're 11th in points now. It's going to wait for stats, but we're on it. We're 11th in points and 12th in yards. We were like 5th and 6th until late in the season, and then we just fell off like a rock. So
yeah, and the deviation is only the games that Micah Parsons went out in. I mean, like we tanked hard enough. Yeah, part of that is because you built a defense around Micah Parsons being there. It's not like you can't change direction quite as quickly. Hopefully Hafley is able to kind of get things together for a playoff run, because by tomorrow we've got to have it figured out, but they didn't really have it figured out yet. So I think that's one of the questions that's going to get answered tomorrow night.
Well, the one thing to actually kind of contradict that is when you look at the stats and everything, yes, the sack numbers did go down for the Packers, but they still led the NFL with 51 pressures in those last 3 games, as well as 3.7 yards per play.
Yeah, but they're also giving up so many yards on the run in the run game.
I think
the difference to me is whether we can stop the run, and the pressures, might be there, but I think right now, and I completely agree that pressures are a great stat and overlooked because we always look at sacks, but this defense without Micah Parsons, to me, has to find a way to get sacks. Otherwise, the pressure is not going to be that kind. When you got a guy like Caleb Williams, number one, I think we're going to struggle to get it. But number two, you've got to be able to stop a guy from completing passes under pressure. That's why pressures are valuable. Is, you can change, throw trajectories. We're not picking the ball off. I mean, we're nothing like the Bears in that sense. And so anyway, my point is I've still got a lot of concerns, I think, moving forward without him.
Mm-hmm. My quick answer, because I want to try to hit all this stuff, is I'm hoping the biggest, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The biggest thing I'm worried about with Caleb is he's progressing as a passer, but I'm worried about what he's going to do with his legs, because that was the element that Micah was able to make it just hard enough to not win the first game. And he made some freaking awesome plays down the stretch in that game. And we needed a Micah Parsons speed-wise to keep up with him, because you've seen Rashawn Gary. He doesn't have the speed to keep up with Caleb. I don't know they're 40 times, but hey, this is a great compliment for you, man. The most realistic Green Bay Packer fan I met. I thought that he didn't think of me, but thanks, Joe. No, I agree. Brady's on it, man. But we need that
really quick.
Go ahead.
I hate to do this, but I have a dog that is slowly dying of bone cancer, and he can't walk, and I have to help my wife with something really quick. Can I?
You're good, man.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a minute. No worries.
Okay.
Hate to hear the dog going downhill, man. That is no good. I do not like it at all.
I hate that too. I've taken breaks for less. Remember, Brady? I had to go.
Yeah, wait, what? No, I forget what it was. What happened?
I had to pee. I'm going to try not to this show.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Pick up the show, guys.
You were like, you can't lead your show. But we need that speed to keep up with, like, seriously, the guy I thought that would be it, Brady and Med, was I thought Edgerrin Cooper would be the guy they would use on blitzes, because he's the only guy that even can get close to replicating Micah's speed, but he's not. He's an inside linebacker. He's not as dominant of a pass rusher. So that's my biggest concern now, is Caleb with his legs, I think, is more of a threat in this game. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he needed to, if he ran for over 50, 60 yards in this game. Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers that.
I do.
Nobody remembers that.
I remember that.
I felt so bad. I got to the bathroom and it just happened. I was like,
Brady's like, oh my God.
Brady wasn't there for that show.
No.
It's a good thing I'm not like on TV, because that'd be a problem. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I want to we'll get Shorty's take in a minute. We talked about Jordan Love. We talked about Caleb. how do we, and then Med, you can say what you think is going to happen. Brady, how do we stop this Bears rushing attack? This is the strength of their roster. They are third in rushing. They were second, but they're third. 144.5 rushing yards a game. They've got a two-headed threat. They've got Managai, but Swift has had an awesome season with them. Yeah. Ben Johnson has focused on the running game that he brought from Detroit, and he's installed that in Chicago, and that has been the heart of the team. How do we stop their running game?
Yeah, and we're like giving up like pretty bad numbers since
yes,
Michael
it
went
did.
out.
Yes, it did.
It's a great question because part of it depends on, where is Chicago going to attack. But for me, like the answer is those fast off-ball linebackers. They've got to be sound. They've got to be hitting the right gaps. They've got to be stacking and shedding, and they've got to be making tackles. If you look at our, if Evan Williams and Xavier McKinney are having double-digit tackles, and Edgerrin Cooper and Quay Walker are, 2-1 and 3-1. I think we lose this game, to be honest. Potentially. I don't know. I don't know what the character of the game is going to be. That's one of my questions is this going to be one of those ground and pound games, or is it going to be a shootout? Some people are calling for a shootout. In this weather, I wouldn't be surprised if this one doesn't have to do with exactly what you're saying. Who stops the run? And we've got the speed to do it. And frankly, Rashawn Gary is a 4.52 guy, like at 275 pounds. Now, is he still that after the ACL? I think is a big question. So we've got the speed. If it has a lot to do with discipline, I think, and if we play disciplined and tackle soundly, I think we'll get that opportunity to get that third down. But again, the third down isn't super, super successful, I don't think, at this point either, especially when Caleb Williams can, if you give him a gap, if you don't close the gate, he can spring it open. So it's a great question because that defensive front against the run is a huge concern. Guys got to step up, but I think it really is going to come down to discipline on first and second down. And I think guys like Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper just turning it on for a playoff run, because I mean those are some of our superstars. We got Xavier McKinney, but where has he been really the whole?
Where's he been this year? He's forced like 3 turnovers.
That would have meant that Micah Parsons was still playing in this game. Other than that, and I love him. He's a great player. But I frankly think Evan Williams is playing better ball than him right now, and part of that might have to do with the defensive scheme. But those two off-ball linebackers are going to have a great game. If they have a great game and those numbers are good, I think we win it, or have a really good chance to win it. If not, I don't.
Oh, Shorty, here's what you missed. Let me fill you in. He was like, Packer Nation's the most realistic Packer fan I ever met. I was like, thanks, man. What about me?
I caught that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then he said, remember that time Izac took a dump in the middle of the pod? Unfortunately, this actually happened. He's like, oh, wow, I was just throwing darts at that. And then Med said, shit happens.
And Janae said, facts.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. The grumper calls.
See, that's why I like this. It's just fun, man. And oh man,
I was just throwing darts at that. That really happened.
I had to pee. I got to the toilet and I was like, "Oh shit!" Literally.
Yeah. It was going for a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, I do live. Like, I can't get away from this stuff. You could have edited that whole thing out, man. I was like,
I need to record. This is genius. I need to. I should move to record.
Oh, then he blots himself out.
Now there you go.
Isaac's in the bathroom, guys. We'll be right back.
Speaking of,
this mouse is like, it's a gaming mouse, and all I did was like nick this little button and it flipped me out of the show.
Oh, that's what I said. That I said, he just went to take a dump.
Yep.
I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. You guys, Brady, you can carry, right? You got this.
Instead of a statement,
I'm sorry.
Podcast.
Oh my gosh, that Tarkov game is so hard. Okay, so Shorty, the question I asked, the football question, was how do the Packers stop the Bears rushing attack? My thoughts, I'm gonna give them quick, is I want to make Caleb beat us. I am worried, like with the weather, and the wind, I want to try as hard as I can to take away the best part of your roster. Honestly, you guys can agree or disagree. Other than coaching and some brilliance from Caleb, it's been your running attack. And really, it's a three-headed monster because Caleb runs the ball too. That's what we need to stop. And do you think the Packers are going to be successful, or do you think you're going to run all over us?
I think that's gonna be the main goal is running the ball, because I think we're gonna want to keep the ball out of your hands as much as possible. Try to keep Love cold, keep the offense cold, and I think that as long as it's going well, we're just gonna keep running the ball. I think that's gonna be the goal for this game. I think that at the very least it should be, considering the weather.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about that really quick, Med. So the weather forecast is what, 20s to 30s, low 20s, gusts up to 30 miles per hour, breezy winds 15 to 25, could snow. It's going to be, it's Chicago. So Med, what are your thoughts on this other than all the shit talk?
So, I mean, really and truthfully, I mean, yes, running the ball is our strength. I mean, 10 times out of the season, the Chicago Bears have run for over 130 yards in the game, and we averaged 144 in the 2 games against the Packers. And, I mean, that's one of the main reasons why we do it is because it keeps in all honesty, I trust the Packers offense more than I trust ours at times. It's just more consistent. That's just being honest right there. But historically, for the last 5 years, I don't know what it is, running the ball has been y'all's defense's kryptonite. And, in a lot of ways, a lot of people talked a lot about the acquisitions that we got on our offensive line with Joe Tunney and
PPV is
Jackson.
awesome.
I love him.
Yeah, PPV is great.
But, we got them for like a 3rd round and a 4th round pick.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, Super Bowl experience and also a Pro Bowler in Jackson. So, I mean, we upgraded so much to the point where it made what was obvious one of our weaknesses to actually possibly one of our strengths.
It's interesting. It just came to mind that Joe Tunney, Patriots playoffs every year, goes to the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
Playoffs every year. Leaves the Chiefs. Chiefs missed the playoffs, comes to the Bears, playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the off-season move of the entire Bears season.
Off-season, yep. Yeah. I agree with that.
You know what I think we should do for the rest of this is while we hit the position groups, maybe say who has the edge and give our take. I think the Bears still have the edge in the rushing game, Brady, because I'm not sure how healthy Jacobs is, but I'm hoping we can keep pace with them. That's like, how healthy is Jacobs? We haven't seen him full go for how many weeks has it been, Brady?
Oh, it's been a while. Yeah.
5?
6
what are we at now?
weeks, yeah.
6 weeks?
And, I think I'm with you. Like, I don't think I'd necessarily give us the edge, but I think it's kind of a wild card. I think Jacobs healthy, like they finally got to shut him down because the Vikings game meant nothing. And before that, they just couldn't do it. Like he was just going to go on the field. They were able to get him shut down. And that bone bruise with an extra week of not diddling around and going out and taking contact on it could make a big difference. But yeah, I mean, to say that's the difference between, our guy, Josh Jacobs, and their sort of 2-headed monster, I don't know. I think that's one that you're playing at home, again, the weather could be a factor. Boy, yeah, I think that's going to be fascinating. And that's why, again, I keep going back to, and I think that maybe the 4 of us here are thinking this is going to be an old school black and blue division, like running game, attack game. I don't know that that's the case because both either of these teams could go off in terms of the passing game too. But yeah, I don't know who I'd give the edge to, but probably lean. I mean, against the edge with their running game against the Green Bay Packers run defense, I'm probably giving to the Bears.
I'm giving quarterback slight edge to Green Bay, even though I don't know what they're both wild cards. I think I'd give slight edge to Green Bay QB, but Caleb has some brilliance in him too. And if Jacobs is at his absolute best, this could be two really powerful rushing attacks. Because I mean, we're still looking at it. We're still middle of the pack and running, and that's with Jacobs having been down recently. Wilson has been capable if he's healthy. So when he's been healthy, he showed flashes this season. I know his average is down to 4 yards a rush, but he showed that he's capable at times. So, I mean, I definitely would give you guys the edge there, but I think the Packers, if everything's healthy, are a little bit better than what the stats say. Just, I don't know what I'm getting out of Jacobs. That's why this game, I don't know what to make of it, because I don't know what Jacobs I'm getting, and I don't know if he's going to be the Love I saw the last time they played in the first quarter. This is a weird game for me. Like, it's so many unknowns. I don't even know where to start, you know?
I know this is
a weird one.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It really is. It's really weird. Like, you guys have some injuries too, but it's a weird Packers team that looked far more dominant until the last few weeks, but then we missed two of our best players. I mean, it happens, you know?
I'm looking at our injury reports, and CJ Gardner-Johnson's out, which is not good. Concussion.
No.
Kyler Gordon's coming back, which will replace him, which is good. Roma Dunze's back. Ozzie Trapillo, Jalen Jones, Braxton Jones is questionable. We were talking about that last night on my show. Something, maybe there could be some plays or something designed around Braxton Jones, which I find interesting, because I do feel like there's going to be something that Ben Johnson's going to pull out of it, like the last Packer game. Was it the one that we lost where he had Cole Kmet go to the under center, and then they snapped the ball through his legs and it went over a non-guy's head? I'm dying to know what that play was going to be, because if that play succeeded, they could have run that play, again, and done something different with that play. Maybe Benengai was going to throw it on that pass or on that play. Maybe he was going to run it. Maybe it was going to be something else. I don't know. I just don't think that play will be seen again for a while, because it failed. And if it worked, then there's 5 other plays out of it. But since it failed, we won't see it for a while. So, but I do think that there's going to be something like that Ben's going to scheme up, some trickery for this game.
As long as it isn't one of our tackles trying to go for a pass like he did with Sewell that one time in Detroit.
Well, did you see Darnell Wright in training camp catching passes? Catch.
Exactly. Gotta like that. Okay, so
Tennessee boy there.
So you guys have Rome coming back for the first time. How much rust is he gonna show? And does that give the Packers a slight edge in the receiving core with Watson? Because he's been playing really well. Like, is Rome going to show a little bit of how many games has he missed now? This is now we're talking about on your side with the injuries. How many games has Rome missed? He's been out for a minute.
I think it's like 3 games at least.
Yeah, sometimes the players don't just instantly come back and play great. It is a playoff game, but sometimes you show a quarter of rust, and that matters in a 60-minute game. What type of game are you expecting out of Rome? Med, you want to start on this one?
I mean, Rome, I don't think it's going to matter a little bit, but we still have Luther Burden and DJ Moore, Zacchaeus. I mean, there's still a lot more playmakers on the team, whereas Rome, he could come out there for a few plays. Now, granted, he'll be out there a lot more than a few plays, but I think that really and truthfully, with the amount of playmakers have around him, Loveland, Kmet, you name them. I mean, it's a pretty deep as far as our pass catchers go. And, Luther, we expected this. Me and you both drafted when we were doing our mock drafts. Burton was a round 1 talent that we got in the second round. So
yeah, I remember that.
I still think, even though, yes, Roma Dunze is
there, he is
injury and everything like that, I'm still going to go with giving the edge a little bit to the Bears on the receiving end.
I would too, but Watson has shown flashes as a 1 when Love's been healthy. So there is the potential. I definitely give you guys the talent edge, but Watson started flashing some potential. Brady, I got to get your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, this is one I'm kind of on the fence with. I mean, I think there was some discussion about which Packer team is going to take the field. I mean, if Jordan Love, if Matt LaFleur is in his bag with Dobbs, I think we're missing Wicks is out now.
Yeah,
but,
Wicks is out.
Yeah, Kraft, of course, is a big one, but I think it is possible, regardless of how we stack up, wide receiver 1, 2, 3 down the line, for the Green Bay Packers to be more successful than the Bears in this game. Overall, am I going to sit here and say that's the way it's going to play out? I don't know. I really don't, to be honest. You think about, like, who do you trust to get the job done? When it's, you had a penalty or something, it's 3rd and long and the game's on the line. I don't know. I would trust Watson for the most part, but I am very uncertain. And I guess if I'm a Bears fan, I'm thinking, like, I'm not so sure. I got a young quarterback, and if Rome Odunze is back, whatever, he's a little rusty too. So again, this one to me could very well be I think there's going to be a lot of great plays on either side of the ball, I guess. I'm just kind of sitting there hoping that my team's the one that ends up on top. And I do have to plug in. So I'm going to have to escape here for a moment and grab a plug.
No worries.
Yeah,
we know he's going to the bathroom. I understand. I know what that is.
I think that Rome being out, missing some time, I think was a kind of a blessing in disguise, because Luther Burden really stepped up big time, and he got some great playing time in, made some big time plays for us, showed that he can be there for us in the clutch. So I almost think that it doesn't really matter if Rome Odunze comes out starting off slow, because I think that Luther Burden is going to be a big part of our game plan moving forward.
Kind of a star in the making, I think, maybe.
I like Luther Burden. I kind of wish the Packers had taken him. I haven't seen much from Golden. It's too early, but I wish we'd taken Burden, honestly.
I
thought that then too. So
I don't follow college sports, so I basically when it comes down to the draft, I look for what are our needs, and so then I start scouting players, and and I wasn't scouting a wide receiver at all.
Justin.
And when we drafted Luther Burden, I was like, who is this guy? But
he's got potential, man. He really does.
Yeah, he's got something, that's for sure.
And you guys have DJ Moore too. Like, give us one. Come on. Oh wait, and you Colson Loveland and Cole Kmet. Thanks. That's fun.
Yeah, Colson Loveland, man.
Just have to give Caleb all the toys. Oh, and he has 2 running backs and an improved offensive line and Ben Johnson. Mm-hmm. It would be really nice to see Jordan Love. I mean, he's got Jacobs. I would love to see Jordan Love with some more weapons. I'm not saying Jaden Reed and Romeo Doubs are scrubs, and Brady may disagree with me on this, and I don't think they're bad receivers. I would love to see Jordan Love. I was going to save this, but I would like to see, we're almost at an hour already. I would like to see Jordan Love with an improved skill position set around him outside of Josh Jacobs. Watson has shown potential, but he's been often injured.
He scares the hell out of me, Watson. That's speed.
Watson does, yeah. Yes.
Speed, size. I mean, he's a complete package.
Absolutely, yeah.
But who else does? Tucker Kraft was the only other guy, and we lost him too. People
Kraft
forget that.
Probably one of my top. I would say he's a top 5 tight end, to be honest.
Where did that guy come from, by the way?
He started flashing last year. It's his 3rd year. He was breaking out.
Say he's an FCS talent.
Was he a draft pick? Like, what pick was he?
Yeah, then we pick him up in like the 5th, I want to say.
Yeah, what round was he?
Musgrave we got in the 2nd. Like, Musgrave's the guy we took a swing at.
Was Kraft a 3rd?
It could be
third. Yeah. Third round pick in the 23. He was
okay.
Musgrave was second round, and then we did our thing where we went multiple guys in the same position, and then we went Musgrave and backed him up with Kraft, and Kraft ended up being a lot better.
I mean, this is the thing about
Peter?
we're bad mouthing the Packers wide receiver core, but buckle up. I mean, Romeo Doubs can go off at any time.
Oh, he scares me too.
Reed can
South Dakota State.
Yeah, it's just the fact that from Packers' perspective, we don't know if we're going to get that or not. Are you going to get that, or are you going to get nothing? I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know, man. This is a big. That's the cornerback room and the receiver room are the two things I'm going to be looking at for the Packers this offseason. We're almost at an hour. We probably should start getting into our game predictions for people because I said we'd be only a little over an hour. I knew this one would probably go longer, but I will say I don't think our season's going to be over tomorrow night, but when it is, unless we go on some improbable Super Bowl run, which would be kind of crazy, I do think receiver and cornerback are the two things I'm looking at this offseason, Brady.
Did you say quarterback?
Cornerback. Defensive back, not safety. There you go. I don't know what we're doing with the league.
I've seen it on like some Packer threads right there with the whole Jordan Love
people need to stop, man. Like, come on. Like,
he's good. Don't leave him.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get rid of Jordan Love and you're gonna bring in I like Malik Willis. I think he could start, but stop it. Stop it.
I think before we really predict, go into predictions, I'm very interested from a Chicago Bears fan standpoint. Do you think that the Packers are going to roll out Malik Willis in a package tomorrow night?
Oh, that's a good. Well, is he? Wait. Is he injured, Brady?
He's been on the. Well, he is, but that's a good. Can you check that? I don't have.
Yeah. I got you.
He's questionable.
He's questionable.
Shoulder.
Yeah, you have Zach Tom and Malik Willis is questionable. Wicks is doubtful.
The shoulder.
Bullard is questionable too.
Yeah, the shoulder. And then he said is out now.
Then Ness and Cooper and Golden are playing.
Because Tom Silverstein is adamant about you have to get him on the field tomorrow night. It's got to happen because it's something that's an unscouted look. This is the playoffs. It's time to roll this stuff out.
Something like the Bears did. They had a couple plays this year where they had Tyson Bagent as a wide receiver in like a trips formation, and he actually threw the ball one time to, I want to say, Caleb Williams.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And I don't know, a lot of the talk here is just suddenly it's Malik Willis, not Jordan Love too. So now you're looking at the difference between an RPO type quarterback and all the responsibilities. So, and I don't know how to answer that one. My perspective on it is you should have something like that by now in your repertoire. You should have it, but if you don't have to roll it out tomorrow night, I don't think you should roll it out. I think that's something I'd like to see surprise like the Seahawks or something like that. But okay, so I didn't know if Bears fans were considering this at all because Packers fans have been talking about it all week.
Putting both quarterbacks in the same.
Putting both or having a Malik Willis package where Jordan Love stands on the sidelines and suddenly gets subbed out, and then you're like, oh, hang on now, we've got a guy that can run the ball too.
Yeah, that's he scares me. He gets in the game. He has that added extra element that of the running game that was really annoying me. What is the shoulder injury from the last game that we played? Because at the end of the game,
that was a re-injury, wasn't it? Because didn't he hurt it long ago? And I thought it was nagging, and he got re-injured.
It was from practice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. But anyway.
Okay. I like that. The Malik Willis, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be upset if I was Love either. I think it'd be fun to roll him out for a few packages. The one thing that Malik Willis does have that Love doesn't, that you can tell, Brady, I want to get everybody's thoughts on this one, is Malik, I think the only thing Love doesn't have that I think LaFleur would prefer is mobility. You can tell he wants a quarterback that's quicker and a little bit more mobile. And you can tell he fits LaFleur's system better, but Love is just a better pure pocket passer.
He's also a better off-platform pass. I mean, Jordan Love off platform is doing things that not many people can do in this league. But Malik, the funny thing for me with Malik Willis is you can have guys really, really concerned about an RPO, but Malik Willis can freaking throw the ball too. It's like, I don't know. It's very interesting and curious from an offensive line or offensive standpoint.
He's awesome. Like he's doing stuff from the pocket that Rodgers didn't even have to do from the pocket because he had better wheels than Love has. I wish he used him a little bit more, but he's just not as quick. But he's such an interesting player because not a lot of guys stay in the pocket as much as he does now. Like, think about it. Mahomes uses his legs more. Josh Allen does. Caleb does. I could keep going. Trevor Lawrence. The guys in the playoffs use their legs. Almost every single one of them uses their legs more than Jordan Love does. Like, name a guy that stays in the pocket purely that's in the playoffs as much as Jordan Love, and I think it's Stafford, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that.
Stafford, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Darnold.
Yeah, okay, so those two. There's not another one in the NFC. Bryce Young even uses his legs more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, man. I mean, like we don't have any.
CJ Stroud.
I think he uses his legs a little bit more than Love, doesn't he?
Dude, I've seen offensive linemen run faster than him.
Because Love has a little bit of mobility. I wanted him to use it a little bit more.
He's like Bernie Kosar of today. I mean, you're too young to know about Bernie Kosar, Isaac, but just watch some videos on him.
I actually have.
Yeah, it's interesting because that's what actually sent me to the garage in the playoff in that last game that we played the Packers, because I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and watch this. I can't remember the last time we beat one of your backup quarterbacks.
Yeah,
and Malik Willis beat us last time. I'm like, oh, good, Jordan Love's out. No, we got beat by Malik Willis. So I'm like, I got so pissed. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and watch us lose this important of a game to another backup quarterback for the Packers. And that's what sent me into my garage the last 10 minutes of the fourth
cleaning tools.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. We're at almost an hour. I'm cool to keep going as long as you guys want. I'll probably cap it at 2 because this is the first one in a while. If Med's tired, we can cap it an hour and a half. That's fine. But if you guys have other thoughts after, let's get to our predictions. I will go last. Let's go popcorn, whoever wants to go. You don't just have to say score. Give your thoughts on how the game will go. Everybody can have a turn. I'll go last. Whoever wants to take it.
All right, well.
Oh, wait. We will hit that. Hold on. Peter had a thing about Nixon.
Nixon doing the cheesy hit. Yeah.
Do you guys think he should have been suspended really quick before predictions? I could have been.
Yeah, but I
don't know.
At the same time, Burden did give him the Darth Vader choke in the first game. So
yeah, I kind of think he earned it a little bit, to be honest. But that's just my thought. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go first? I'm serious. I'll go last. Brady, you want to start, and then we'll hit the Bears guys.
Sure, I'll start.
Clear your throat. Get you. Let's see, you can give your throat a rest.
Yeah, this game's got me in a quandary, to be honest. I know, man. Watched the 2 games go. I think personally, if the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love and a healthier offensive line go out there and play a clean ball game, they will be able against the Bears defense to score enough points to win this game. But what is the cast of this game going to be? Like, honestly, I'm kind of super freaking stoked because I think this might be one of these knockdown, drag out. The thing I don't want to see is I don't want to see what happened last time with Jordan Love going out, with a concussion or something like that. I don't want to see I want every single player that's available to play on both sides of the ball to freaking go out there and give their all, because I know the Bears are bringing that, because I think Ben Johnson was a great hire. I'm kind of pissed that they got him. But I also believe in Matt LaFleur. And I think if he gets in his bag, and Josh Jacobs gets going early, Jordan Love could have one hell of a game against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. Nobody's going to be a slave to the weather. Nobody's going to be unfamiliar with outdoor football play. This is the real shit. This is what we're getting to kick off the playoffs. I freaking love it. I want my team to win. I think that if they play their best ball, they are fully capable of beating the Chicago Bears. But I've got to be honest, I think I'm more excited for this playoff game than I've been for a lot of playoff games in a long time. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that these are the freaking teams that have their coach's name on the NFC Championship trophy and the freaking Super Bowl trophy. Every single team that's ever won a championship under the Super Bowl guidelines has hoisted those two trophies, unless it's an AFC team, of course. And honestly, I want the Packers to win every single time they take the field. I want this to be the kind of game that sets us back to the 1950s and with a little flair of new modern football. I think with Jordan Love coming back, I think he's going to be angry. I think he's going to be pissed off about not being able to play the full 4 quarters of last game. And I think the Packers get a win, and I think the Packers go on. But boy, think about it. The swirling winds, this could come down to a walk-off field goal. Your kicker, for crying out loud, is doing stuff out there he's reading tea leaves. I don't know what he's doing, but he's got a line on the chaotic winds swirling around Soldier Field that I know Green Bay is not going to have. So I think this could be an absolute barn burner. I'm really excited about how the regular season ended, and I'm super, super excited about how the playoffs are beginning with this rivalry. Go Pack Go. That's all I can say.
Go ahead, Med.
If it snows tomorrow, I think it'll be fitting to actually see this game in a snow game. And, it's going to be actually something that past greats like Don Hudson, Ray Nitsky, Dick Butkus, Gale Sayers, they're going to be sitting there, Walter Payton, looking down on this game, Reggie White, and they're going to be sitting there and they're going to enjoy this third game. And I think it'll be pretty much a bar fight. I think it's going to be, weather coherent, that it's going to be
snow. I want snow.
Snow playoff game. These two franchises, storied franchises, number 1, number 2 winningest franchises in the NFL. Why wouldn't I go with the Bears? It's now a rivalry. And every game so far this year, it's been pretty much edge of the seat shit. And, they've been close games, what's going to happen, and I look really forward to the future, but I think this is going to be a game that will be chanted on in Valhalla. Shout out to my ancestors, I'm going to go with the Bears in a close game, and it's really going to come down to, it's going to take it back, like Brady said, to the 1950s, where it was run game and defense, especially if it snows.
Mm-hmm.
And with your boy Josh Jacobs over there spouting up some information and saying what he said, how the Bears going to take that. And there is one distraction that we really didn't touch up on was Halfley. A lot of coaches are starting to look at him because what he's been able to do with that defense.
Yeah, it's been awesome, except for the last couple of games, but yeah.
But that's another thing is if y'all do win this game, I'm not saying you will.
Wait, it's a possibility, though. You said if we're actually, we're favored, right, in Chicago.
You know what's crazy about that? It's been bouncing back and forth 1.5 points all week between Chicago and Green Bay, the whole week.
Yeah.
Vegas
I think that's very telling about how great this matchup could be. It could be a shootout too, but holy smokes, this could be a classic.
There's only 2 games right now that they are really split on. This is one, in the Bills-Jaguars game. This is the other.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I to your point about the snow, I think if it's snowing tomorrow night. I think that's just the football gods just raining down on this game in such cold weather. It creates snow, and I think that is going to be another instant classic, kind of like that last one was. I think both games this year were kind of instant classics, man. It really is great to see the rivalry back again. I'm glad that we got back into it.
You guys got to coach. Got to coach the quarterback.
Yeah,
it's you have to have it in this NFL.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think the O-line is a huge thing. This is what turned the corner for Detroit. They can draft all the wide receivers and quarterbacks they wanted, but they traded in a quarterback, but they got their offensive line figured out. That's what scares me about the Bears as much as anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think that I'm kind of hoping for snow. That being the case, if that's the case, then this is definitely going to be. I think it's going to be a running game. It's going to be a running game, and whoever runs the ball better is going to win the game. And it's going to come down to how long they can keep the other offense on the sideline, keep them cold.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is a high scoring game at all. I think if one team hits 20 points, it's going to be. I think that's high. I predicted something like in the mid teens last time. I thought we might win like, what did I say, like 16-13 or something like that. And there was a lot more points than that on the board.
That's an interesting point.
Will the Packers have heaters on the sideline? Like, will they be working? That's my question.
Yeah.
Do we get heat at all?
No drainage.
You guys are going to be like, you're going to make sure all the electrical outlets are like misfiring. You guys are going to go pour water in all the electrical outlets on our side of the sideline. You're going to like leave crap all in our training locker room. We're going to be like, yeah, okay.
Roll it out. Let's do this. Yeah, just roll it out.
I'll be like, okay, if we ever get a game against them in the playoffs again, or even next season.
Yeah, I think George McCaskey went in there and flipped the breaker on those, man.
Gosh, man, this is I like Shorty's point on whoever runs the ball better. I think this is going to come down to some critical coaching decisions. I really think I want to see the best of both defenses. I think there's a chance that this game stays in the teens because of the weather. I don't trust either D. I mean, our defense right now, we're 12th in yards. You guys are 29th. Your defense has been you've gotten away with it this season because of Ben Johnson, Caleb, and the running game for a lot of the season. But I think this game's going to come down to defense and running the ball. And that's simple, but whichever quarterback doesn't make more mistakes. And Caleb's actually been really good about that. And Jordan Love's been pretty solid this season as well. I think that I love the Bears. I think that they've had a really good season. I think our ceiling is slightly higher. I don't even know what to make anymore because no Micah, but I still think that we can take you guys out in Chicago legitimately, but I wouldn't be surprised whichever way it goes. But I'm going to pick with my heart on this one. I'm going to pick the Packers to win 23-20. I think Shorty made a good point. 20 could be it. I wouldn't be shocked if the weather doesn't even matter and we're getting into the 30s, but I do think there's a good chance because of the wind and the elements that it stays lower. That usually does happen. I'm hoping for a breakout Josh Jacobs game. This game has so many. This is one of the hardest, Brady. This is one of the hardest Packer playoff games. I mean, I've only done the show for 3 years now, but a playoff game to predict because of all of the unknowns, both sides.
That's part of what's making this one just shape up to be so great,
yeah, man, exactly.
I'd love to sit here and say the Bears don't deserve to be there, but what is it, a 22 plus 22 turnover differential? I mean, my God, somebody's doing something right. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd love to have half that. And I think I love the football god smiling on a statement by Shorty there, because I think I just don't know that it could get any better than this if it wasn't at Lambeau Field.
Right. You earlier you talked about if the Packers did win this game and they go on to the Super Bowl and let's just say even win it, what would the irony of that be that you did it in a year that you gave up 2 first-round draft picks for Micah Parsons and never even used him to get there?
Yeah.
Right? That would be scary.
I agree.
Well, and yet at the same time, your Bears team is coming back with a first-round draft pick, and next year just becomes that much more interesting because of that. It's and who knows what Micah Parsons, coming back off ACL. I think a lot of what we're seeing, what we're not getting out of Rashawn Gary, has to do with the fact that he had the ACL. So this division gets just more interesting all the time. So. Because I think the Vikings are going to come back if they could get a quarterback. I mean, they could be scary too. It's like
right. They should have. They should have not have gotten rid of Darnold.
Yeah.
What was I just going to say? Micah Parsons though, he's not going to be back till what, late season next year.
I mean, I think like 9 months would put him in September, like right at the beginning of the season. So. Yeah, I wouldn't expect till mid-season, and I would kind of hope that it is later because, and I forget who I was just listening to, but they're absolutely correct. The thing that's missing, like when people talk about coming back from an ACL, is you're physically able to come back now sometimes at 9, 10, 11 months, but you're not the same for sometimes 5, 6, 8 months after that, up to 24 months before you're back to like really being the same player you were. And I don't know, it'd be great to see whether coming back early kind of stymies that progression, because basically we lost David Bakhtiari because he came back against the Lions in a game that didn't mean anything. And he was never really able to come back and play again. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, what Micah Parsons we get, but I'm expecting, eventually for him to be back, but yeah, I mean, it could be playoff time next year.
Right. I'm thinking at the very least mid-season.
Yeah, that's what I would be honestly hoping he doesn't push for any more than that. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I went through the whole Khalil Mack experience, and that didn't work out, giving up all those picks. So when you guys traded for him, I was like, yeah. Give up those first-round picks.
Well, and what I always say is, how many playoff wins did the Chicago Bears get out of Khalil Mack? And if we lose tomorrow, I'm going to sound really stupid. But if we win tomorrow, I'll feel a little better about it.
Didn't we win in Green Bay this time, though, Matt? So how's it, Caleb's crib? He's 1-1 there. Oh, he won one more game there than how many of your last quarterbacks? I mean, if we're going there. Okay, guys, I don't know how long you've got. It's a Friday night. I don't want to. Do you guys have like what you always want to say? 15 more minutes? Is that cool?
Yeah.
I mean, Shorty, your show's like
4 hours.
But I know Brady's not feeling amazing, so I don't want to keep him too long. Yeah. Okay, quick one.
I'm good, guys. Yeah, let's roll.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 is good. Yeah.
One last question on this quick, and then if we want to just throw the other predictions out there, because I would like to hit the other games quick. Who do you think is going to be the X factor in the game? Just like fast. Mine would be, I think it's Christian Watson or Josh Jacobs. Med, who's your X factor?
Luther Burden.
Right, that's a good one.
Staying away from a quarterback.
Brady?
I can't think of any better one than Christian Watson, to be honest, because with this weather, if Christian Watson gets a couple explosive plays in this one, I think that might be all the difference in the ball game. Like that might be the hardest thing to come by. Trying to think of a better one, dude, but well done.
I'm going Colson Loveland. I think Colson Loveland's a Rookie of the Year candidate, man. I just saw this and can't believe I didn't see it during the Browns game when it happened. But Colson Loveland took a chip shot on Myles Garrett and put him right on his ass like a rag doll, and he plays like that. He's a good blocker. He's coming into his own as the season progresses. He's been a big part of many wins for us this year. I think he's the X factor because with Rome Odunze coming back, you don't know how much less is Luther Burden going to get the ball this game with Rome back. Mm-hmm. But Colson Loveland, to me, I think he's the X factor for sure. I like that.
That's a good one. Can you guys hear me? Is this mic working? Is it working?
Yeah, no, it's working.
No, we can't hear you.
Yeah. We've done
And
an
now
hour
you muted
and
yourself.
5 minutes now.
Oh, the batteries I think on this are dying, so this will be perfect. Sorry, I don't think I charged it long enough. Okay, so I said mine. All right, let's hit the other games quick. We'll go around, give our predictions. I just want to talk about them fast. Let's talk the 49ers Eagles because it's a fun one. Who do you guys think wins that game? Score prediction, quick thought. I'll go last. Ned, you want to start this one?
49ers. I mean, it looks like Philadelphia, their players are thinking they're already in Cancun. We'll just leave it at that.
That's where I'm at. They just look done unless they're gonna kind of like Green Bay. They've looked just dead all season though, not just last few weeks. That's where I'm at. I think San Fran could pull it out. Brady, what do you think? Do you think Philly gets the home win or gets upset?
I think they could very well get upset. Yeah, I saw sparks of maybe them, being like one of these teams that can just pull it out when it matters. But Shanahan, I think he's got that team. I've had enough problems with my team facing him. I think the 49ers win.
That's a good one because that's another cold weather outdoor team the Niners are going to play.
Right. Yep.
I would easily like to say the Niners because of the way that they they went a month plus without punting the ball, and we finally made them punt the first time. It seemed like we just couldn't stop them that last game we played them. It was just that was a great game, and it sucks that we lost, but it was a great game, especially for any casual NFL fan. I think that the Niners going into, I really want to say the Niners, but I think playing in Philadelphia, I think the Eagles win that game. And I'm hoping they do because I don't want to play the Niners again if we win tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Even though we'll be in Chicago. You okay, Isaac? You dying on us?
Is this thing on?
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
You need to get some door spells.
I'm going to give up on it. 1 second.
I hear you now.
We can hear you. You gotta get the corded one, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I have another mic. I'll just go get it. This was just I didn't.
No, we can hear you right now.
Oh, you're good, dude.
You're fine.
Yeah, no, I unplugged it. Okay, what were you guys? I missed the last minute.
We were talking about you and
yeah.
You probably need to Arizona is going to be good because you need a tan,
Yeah.
And,
no, I'm looking too white, right? Like I gotta see this.
Well, we already discussed that earlier when you tripped over the seat when you tried to jump over it. So
oh, I know. I was leaning for my Coke Zero. I had my Coke there, and I was like, "Oh crap, I can't reach it."
Is the sun?
Oh no.
What is that? Was the sun still out there?
No, that's just a lamp.
Oh, that freaked me out for something. Like, what's going on?
Wow, where are you, man?
How are you, dude? Hawaii?
Yeah, no, I'm in China right now.
I was just saying I think the Eagles are going to win because it's a cold weather game and it's a home game for them. But I with the way the Niners have played lately, it would be easy to predict the Niners. But I think
that's a weird one. I know they lost that one game, but they'd been playing out of their minds. And I mean, not only do they have a better record than Philly, they just look like a wave. I know Sirianni just won a Super Bowl, but this is such a weird team. He either goes on a Super Bowl run or his team looks dysfunctional the last 4 seasons. It's been one or the other. And I know he's made the playoffs every year, but it's just been a weird culture in Philly. Like something feels off there again, but Super Bowl hangover's real, but it's just weird.
And
so
there's rumors of them getting rid of their OC too. So
well, I mean they should.
Yeah.
They're missing Kellen Moore massively. That's been huge this season. Okay, so we picked that game. We picked our game. Let's hit the last NFC one really quick. Rams Panthers. We got about 10 more minutes. This one's, I mean, I feel like I know the Panthers beat them, but the Rams, this would be one of my biggest locks for the weekend. The Rams better freaking win this game, in my opinion.
Right?
Like, come on. Aren't they favored? They've got to be, right?
They are favored.
Yeah, they've got to be favored in that one.
The Rams are, I'm looking at it right now, they're 10.5 on the road. When was the last time a team was a 10.5 point favorite on the road for a playoff game? I'm going to have to look that one up.
I hope they win by 3.
Yeah.
I
honestly
don't think
Bryce Young for throwing over for 3,000 yards in a season in his career.
This is, man, the Rams are actually my team to go to the Super Bowl just because I love Seattle, but I don't trust Darnold. But we'll see.
I think they're going to lose the first game after sitting out for a week.
They're Seahawks?
They're going to be
cool. Well, what's great is
that'll be awesome.
Packers beat the Bears. We play Seattle. So that sounds fantastic. That's an NFC Conference Championship. And then everyone's going to shut up about LaFleur and Love, and it'll be amazing. That sounds great.
But if you guys lose and Seattle loses, we become basically the number 1 seed.
Yeah, you do.
Goes through.
You do.
That's right.
You do. You just got to get through us. Okay, so Shorty, Rams, I'm guessing?
Oh, yeah, Rams.
Yeah. Do you guys, Brady, Med, any thoughts?
I think it's pretty much unanimous on that one.
Yeah, dude, Bryce Young, just when you see him out there behind, he's under center or he's standing back there in shotgun, man, he just looks like a middle school little boy.
I was going to say that.
It looks like if you ever play Madden Ultimate Team and they have like the mini players, like
him and Kyler Murray are by far the 2 smallest people I've ever seen play on the field.
Yeah, his overall structure is even smaller than Kyle Murray, though. It's just I'm happy for the kid, going number 1, and then the Panthers have been doing nothing but gifting us, presents for the last few years. So I'm happy for them, but I don't see them winning this game.
I don't either. Okay, let's hit the AFC really quick.
Bet on Bryce Young. I don't think he has a QBR over 50 since he's been in the NFL.
Wow.
What's wild is he played better this season.
Yeah.
He threw more touchdowns. He has a legitimate number 1 receiver in Ted McMillan. But, I think he had a QBR of 44.7.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Jeez.
So,
that's why you don't get rid of Jordan Loves, because you could have Bryce Young's.
Exactly.
For real. Okay, this is the game I'm very excited about. There's a lot this weekend, actually. The Buffalo Bills, the 6th seed Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Buffalo is favored by 1 on the road. We've got a lot of road favorites for wild card weekend. This is another one. I'm picking Buffalo. I know Jacksonville probably has a better team, but I'm not picking against Josh Allen versus Trevor Lawrence. I'm sorry. Quarterback play does matter. I'm going to go Josh Allen, but I wouldn't be shocked if Jacksonville figures it out. They're a scary team. What are your guys' thoughts on this one?
I mean, outside of Josh Allen, they actually had the NFL rushing champ.
They did.
James Cook, which I did not know that until a few days ago. Like, one of my buddies is a Bills fan, and he told me that. And I was like, get out of here.
And they have the number 1 pass defense in the NFL. They're just awful at run D, and their receiving weapons are not that great. So they have 2 glaring weaknesses, but then they've got a massive strength on defense, and they've got James Cook.
Well, a lot of people on their defense are hurt. So a lot of people on that front 7 is hurt. I'm actually going to go with Jacksonville on this. I'm a little leery on that because, it's Trevor Lawrence, but, hats off to Liam Cohen. He is a Coach of the Year candidate between him, Johnson, and Vrabel. Just an amazing job. So I'm actually going to go with the Jags in a high-scoring game.
Wow. I'm going Bills.
Yeah.
I don't have any trust. I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence. I just don't.
That's the biggest question for me is Trevor Lawrence. I honestly, if I was going to pick it, I want the Bills to win. I think the Bills can win. I'm not so sure. I think they will.
I know it's a tough one. Jacksonville's pretty stout. They're not as stout as you think defensively, but they run. So it's the number 1 rush defense. Number 1 run defense at
85 yards a game versus the number one rushing offense. So strength on strength.
Yeah. That'll be one that some team is going to be glad somebody got eliminated, depending on what their strength of defense is.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm with you, Brady. This is a hard one. These are hard games to pick other than the Rams. Like, I can see, and even that game, Carolina did beat them. So, good takes, guys. I like it. Which one do you guys want to hit next? There's two more. We got Chargers, Patriots. That's a good one. And the former Packer, Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh against Houston. Matt, which one you want?
Let's go with New England and LA.
Right. So the Patriots are only 3.5 point favorite as a 2 seed in New England because they're a little bit of an unknown.
Yeah.
They got superstar Drake May. They've got a good defense. They really do. The rushing attack is improved. They're actually, shockingly, top 9. So top 10, really, but they're top every statistical category, yard-wise, in the NFL. New England is.
On NFL? On offense? On defense?
On defense, too. They're actually 4th in points, but they're 8th in yards, 9th in pass defense, 6th in rush defense. Now, that's why I like expected yards per play, but overall, that's where they're at. On offense, they're 2nd in points, but they're 4th in yards, 4th in pass, 6th in rushing now. The only area they struggle is sacks and interceptions.
Well, as much money as they put in their defense over the offseason, I mean, you look at Milton Williams, who was the Super Bowl darling last year, and he's just been playing a little hurt lately. In this game, I think what's going to happen is you're going to see – I really think that LA is going to win this game. I think they're going to shock the world, and they're going to take this one. I just think that there's so much inexperience over there. I love Rabel as a coach. I like Drake May and what he's been doing. I can't stand it when they go Drake May. And, you know, come on, New England fans, stop that. But I think that the Chargers are going to win that game in a really close one. Just keep their offense off the field.
That's a good take. I like it. I'm not sure which way I'm going with this one. Shorty, what you thinking, man?
Again, I'm going home team, cold weather, LA team, traveling to cold weather team. That is, I think Vrabel will be coach of the year with a 12-3 team. Again, I mean, Drake May, what he did with Drake May, whatever they did with Drake May was impressive. 70% completion percentage. His QBR is way up there. His touchdown interception ratio. I mean, the kid's playing really well. Maybe even the best quarterback from that draft playing that well right now.
Maybe the MVP too.
Pains me enough to say that. Yeah, I mean, seriously, I just think a warm weather team going to a cold weather team. I mean, hell, it could be snowing there, in New England. So I'm going New England.
Let me get the weather, actually. Hold on. Pats, Chargers, weather.
Herbert is a duck.
It is 26 degrees, 24% chance of precipitation, 11 mile per hour winds. So it's not too bad, but it could be warm. Cold and wet at night. It's not like awful. That's actually pretty decent for New England in mid-January.
That's weather, yeah.
That's football.
Brady, what you thinking?
Yeah, that's shorts and T-shirt.
That's right.
Yeah, for them. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I love Med's pick. I think the Patriots win this one. I'm kind of a closet Vrabel fan, so I like Shorty's take on that. I just think he's got him ready. I don't want to see the Patriots back. So Med, I'm hoping for your pick. I just think the Patriots at home are going to really be feeling it, and that weather is going to be perfect for them in the sense that they're just going to feel great. So yeah, I just think that's such a solid team. I got to go with the Patriots.
That's where I'm at. Like, I know they lost that Buffalo game and they just edged out Baltimore, but they just look like they have a higher ceiling. I really love both coaches. These are two of my favorite coaches in the NFL. Vrabel, Sam, they were idiots to let Vrabel go in Tennessee. You don't let him go.
No.
You just don't. I don't care what your little issues are. You don't let good coaches go.
John Harbaugh.
You just don't do it. And Vrabel, can you imagine how good Vrabel would have been for Cam Ward? Oh my gosh.
Right.
Like, I don't know if Tennessee would have won that many games this year with that roster anyways, but he would have been awesome for him. And I know the Pats spent a lot of money, but they didn't even have awesome receiver play outside of Stephon Diggs. And what they did with May, man, it was awesome. They spent most of their money on the defense. Yeah, I love what the Patriots have done. I do think they're going to win this game. I actually think the line's 3.5. I think there's a solid chance they win by like 10-ish. I don't know if the Chargers can hang here. I like them. They're a good team. Let me look at their defense really quick, but pretty solid. They're good defense. There's a chance to keep the score low because Harbaugh's that good. But I think the Pats win this like 30-20. That's my thoughts. I just think they're a little bit better. But Ned, I'm not going to be surprised if the Chargers can swing it. They're a good team. They're well coached. Mm-hmm. They've got a damn good quarterback. Their defense is actually 5th in yards. They're even better than the Pats. You got 2 awesome coaches here. Usually that equals a really good game. So usually. But the playoffs are weird. Sometimes these wild card games, guys, sometimes a team wins by 30 points and then loses the next week. Wild card weekend is named that for a reason. It's a really weird weekend.
Well, and let me ask, who is complaining about the extra playoff games anymore? Like, I heard so many people in Packer Nation podcasters, frankly, just bitching about adding this playoff team and, we're going to have teams that are under 500. Who's complaining now? Like, we have had some really, really good football, and I can't wait for it.
Mm-hmm. I
agree, man. No, I'm serious. Like this, I'm so excited, man. Like, we're gonna miss football. I'm literally starting to think about talking basketball just to have something to talk about in the spring, other than the NFL draft for 3 months, even though it's fun. But we're all gonna miss football. We've only got a month left. It's such a short season and so much anticipation. It's great. So yeah, man, I'm gonna miss it. Even if the Packers play for a few more weeks, I'm still gonna miss it when it's done. So
I'm going to be honest. These my claws are running right through me. Get to the Steelers. I'll go last.
Oh, hey, you're pulling to me. Love it. Yeah. Somebody else did it. Ned and Brady, I have not gotten up to go to the bathroom, and I've drank 2 Coke Zeros. Being a pro.
I haven't, but I have a big cup here that's empty. It was empty, so
I'm just kidding. Okay, let's talk about this last one.
Under the table.
Let's get sick Brady out of here. Brady, hanging out sick, man. You're a boss.
You're a trooper, bro.
Okay, Houston's favored by 3. This is actually one of my sleeper teams that I think could run through the AFC if they can get their offense together. Their defense is freaking lethal. They're 1st in yards overall, 6th in passing, 4th in rushing. They create sacks. They create interceptions. I think that's not good for Rodgers, but this team is weird. They're not great, but they hang in a lot of games, and they're tough out. So I feel like Houston should win this one, but I don't know. Like Rodgers, I wouldn't be shocked if he pulled one more win out of his more trick. I'm still going to pick Houston, though. I'm picking seriously, how many road this weekend? 1, 2. Jeez, 4 of them are favored. 4 of the road teams are favorites. That's wild. Yeah, because you got Buffalo, Green Bay, the Rams, the Texans. The only home favorites are Philly, and we all picked San Fran, and the Patriots barely. This is close stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I want the Steelers to win this game so bad. I have nothing against Houston, and I think that they're going to win. So if I'm going to predict it, I would be picking Houston, but I don't want it to end with Aaron Rodgers after what happened, the missed field goal last, Sunday night. I don't want it to end that way for him. I think it is likely that it does.
Yeah. I just don't know though, because offense is so, what have they done recently? They've been a little better. They hung 38 on Indy. That's not much. They hung 40 in Arizona, again, not much. But they did show signs of improvement, but they're just so lackluster. I'm worried with that offensive line, they could play so bad that they keep Pittsburgh in it. And when you keep a Mike Tomlin team in it, I know he hasn't won a playoff game in a long time, but he also, even a 42-year-old Rodgers, hasn't had this good of quarterback play since Roethlisberger, and probably the third to last season of Roethlisberger. So, yeah, Med, what you thinking? Handsome Med.
This is going to be probably the lowest scoring game out of all the games because just two great defenses. But I'm going to go ahead and say that Houston's going to win this game.
Okay,
Interesting.
that's my pick too.
You bumped the button again.
Yeah, it did.
Taking a dump again, huh?
Yeah, I'll pretend I'm here.
This little button
Dump
is
for the clown.
click.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Okay, last thing. What's your guys' Super Bowl pick? We talked this a
Wait a
little
second.
bit.
I didn't do the Steelers game.
Oh, sorry, Shorty. My bad. I faded out. I forgot. Sorry.
I'm sticking with my mantra. Steelers, cold weather. Texans dome team coming into Steeler Nation. Let's see, what are their 12-5 against what's this? What are the Steelers? 10-7. I'm going Steelers.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. A lot of these are toss-ups. Okay, all right. I got one last thing really quick. What do you guys think is going to be the biggest upset this weekend or next? Do you think legit one of the 1 seeds falls, or do you think something else crazy will happen wild card or divisional weekend? I just want to know if you guys think anything insane is going to happen, like Seattle falling or Denver, or I don't know, just something crazy like a 7 or a 6 seed go to the conference championship or a wild card team.
The team I'll pick is the Panthers because their defense has been playing really well. And again, Rams going, it's not going to be quite a cold weather stadium, but it is here in Atlanta. I'm in like the 50s during the day, 50s and 60s. I'm pretty sure they're somewhere around there. I just think that's a possibility that the Rams could lose to the Panthers.
That'd be crazy because they're my Super Bowl pick still. Brady, what you got? Anything fun?
I think
Final thoughts?
Shorty mentioned it earlier. I think Seattle could go down earlier than anybody anticipated.
I think so too.
I definitely think they are. I thought you meant about this week, but yeah.
Well, and I'm not sure. I was going to ask because I thought we were talking about the whole scope of the playoffs. So
yeah, I was saying like wild card and divisional. If you guys think either the ones could go down,
I
or
definitely
anything
think
just
Seattle's
really
going.
wild.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if Denver did too. I like them, but I think they're beatable. So is Seattle.
I tell you what, though, I mean, I lived there. If you drive to Denver, you're slowly going, uphill, and so the elevation becomes not quite as a problem. But when you fly there and get off a plane, and you're a mile high, man, it really does affect you for sure. Yeah. You're winded.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When I lived in Phoenix, I went to Flagstaff. That elevation 7,400, and we went on like a long walk, and I was more winded than normal. And I was like, how high are we? And I Googled it, and I was like, we're a mile and a half high.
Yeah.
I was like, that's stupid.
Just going up and down my stairs, I would bend down and be doing something, and I would stand up too quick, and I'd be like, whoa.
No, I get it. When that happens, not in elevation, I'm like, okay, I need to go to the gym.
Right.
Med, got anything fun?
Aaron Rodgers' career is going to be over with a missed field goal.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I like it. Good pick. I got a fun one for you guys. Neither one of the 1 seeds makes the conference championship.
Neither of who?
Neither of the 1 seeds make the conference championship. They both get upset next weekend.
Ooh, okay.
Which is predicting potentially
time.
my Packers to do it, which is really funny because I think realistically Seattle should be a favorite over us. But I think if we get a little momentum and beat Chicago, I think we're going to be scary for them in that matchup, possibly. Sam Darnold, I don't trust it. I could see it.
Ooh, I like what Chris the EM is saying. Bears and Steelers are my Super Bowl prediction. Love it.
Yeah, that's a fun one. All right, I'm going to be good about the hour and a half. I could talk all night, but I didn't do this at the beginning. I was excited to start the show. Shorty, and let's do Brady really quick. Brady, can you tell, you had a show today. Shorty had one last night. Brady, can you tell everybody where to find you on Facebook, what you do with your show, your handle, anything you want, man? The floor is yours. And thank you for coming on. Sick, dude. I appreciate it.
You bet, man. It's been great. Nice to meet you, Shorty. Good to see Med again, and always a treat, Isaac. This one's going to be great. I am at facebook.com/Green Bay Packer Nation. I go live pretty much every day of the week. I spent a few months on the road, so it's been coming back to the holidays and settling into the playoffs, and we just basically do live shows with a lot of interaction. So love to see folks on there.
Absolutely, man. You do. I love watching it. Seriously,
You're not on YouTube?
Not just on here.
I do. I do very little on YouTube right now. Yeah, I've been working toward that, but I'm not doing anything really right now.
I was okay because I was looking you up over here. I was about to subscribe to you.
I will.
Yeah, it's on there, but I haven't done a video there for a while. I started a podcast a couple years ago, and we did that for a season, and then that was what I was going to build YouTube with. But haven't really done anything with it since. And then being on the road, I've just kind of stuck to my live feeds.
Everybody, that is, I'm going to start doing better about this. That's his link, Green Bay Packer Nation. And Shorty, I'll send it to you. I'm going to start doing better at putting these up. Should have been doing that a long time ago. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, Med, you got something exciting. Do you want to unveil it or do you want to wait?
I'm actually going to be coming back in a football aspect with Izac next season. So I'll be co-hosting with him on there. But I'm actually going to be starting up a new show called Nerdcadia, which I'll be basically going in all things nerd. Comics, manga.
I want to come on that, by the way.
Oh, me too.
Game. I'm going to nerd it up. I got two guys that are going to be joining me. Each one is like kind of like their own expert or self-proclaimed experts in their own field. So I'm looking forward to it. It's not going to be as constant as what we will be doing with Izac on football, but it'll be coming on.
Please invite me on one time.
Yes, sir. Will do.
I love it. We're gonna kind of reboot our network too. That's the other news with I'm probably just gonna stick with this name. I like the logo. I might just stick with Izac on football, honestly. If I can't ever get my Twitter back, I pretty much have to anyways. So I didn't say that on the air earlier. My Twitter got hacked, everybody. That's why I renamed it, because they kind of have ownership of my name on my biggest platform. It'd be like if Brady lost his Facebook, which would really suck. So I had to rename it, and I'm trying to get it back, and I hope I do. Another guy who got hacked by crypto people got a rename, but that's why I created the new logo.
They hacked it and changed your password so you can't get back into it?
No, you know what's funny is I did rechange the password, but it wants the authenticator, and it's sending to their phone. I'm ticked, and I've sent in like 40 help tickets, and I'm going to keep blitzing them, but I already started a new Twitter. It just sucked because that was over 11,000, and now my new Twitter has 50. Yay. Yay. I didn't make any money off it. I was starting to. That's what really sucked. I was monetized, and I'm just like, it's annoying. So
I didn't even know that you could make money on Twitter.
Yeah, it's a grind. It was. I'm not going to say how many posts. It was a lot. It was in the thousands.
Sickening amount. A sickening amount.
Yeah.
It was a few thousand posts I did over 2 years.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that you put into this stuff, and when people like this steal your shit, it frankly pisses me off. I've had to fight that fight a time or two. Facebook's pretty good about getting on those things, and used to have a
Twitter's not
a direct representative that I could call personally. Twitter, I don't know about. I wouldn't really have a lot of trust in, to be honest. But
phone number, and it sucks though, because some of the biggest groups are still on. Like, there's a big community on Facebook, but a lot of people still go to Twitter for sports, Brady. So you would think that they would have some support, but since Elon took over, there's no phone number for Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can't call anybody.
Yeah,
but you're right. Facebook's a little better.
It's kind of like YouTube. You can't call me for YouTube either, you know.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
And I've added security on all the other ones, but it is what it is. So that's why I changed the name to explain to people. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
I wanted to ask you before we go, how did you and Med meet?
Yeah, actually on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ironically.
There was I did when I first started off, I did it in just straight radio, and I was looking for some guests and stuff. I was just starting off on my own show 3 years ago, and I just typed in like, look, I'm just looking for some people to actually talk to, and me and my time co-host and Izac was one of 3 people that responded, and really the only one I really hit it off with. So
awesome. It's awesome how we are able to find each other like this, and and I want to say it's been a pleasure meeting you too, Brady. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, same to you, bro. Yeah,
I'd love to have you on our show sometime too.
Hell yeah, yeah. Let's do a crossover or something when the Packers play the Bears again.
Yeah, I'll get your info from how I can get a hold of you from Izac, and we'll go from there.
Sure. I really think if either of these teams actually make a Super Bowl run, we should do something cool.
Yeah.
If the Packers go even to the conference championship, even if they win this, I'll be definitely talking about them next week. But yeah, Med's one of the few I met on Facebook. Brady was one of the others. Most of the people have been on Twitter, but it's cool finding communities. Mm-hmm. My favorite thing about this is there's so many people out there that have that are awesome people and have such an introspect, like just so much to add to their team in the game, and that's why I love doing this. It's fun.
Me too. So, same here.
Yeah. But I appreciate you guys. Oh, but I was bad. Shorty, can you tell everybody where to find Bears Country Productions?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Bears Country Productions. We do a show absolutely religiously every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We also have a British show, the British Bears fans. It's called the British Bears. And that's on every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. And just quick plug, next Thursday night, we're having Eric Kramer is going to join us for the
badass. That's going to be
freaking cool, dude.
For the third time to talk about Caleb Williams breaking his single season record for passing yards. So that'll be a fun show.
Thanks for tuning in, man. I'm going to hit some of the comments really quick before we bounce. Thank you, everybody. Jason popped in. Chris, Entertainment Man, I love it. Shots, that's Med in his own show. I love it. Justin, thank you for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate you. Shorty, obviously. Where else? I didn't know this person. Is that somebody who watches your show?
That's new.
Steve knows
That's
cool.
I was trying to figure out what he meant by not true, Shorty. I don't know what I said.
He said Packers are pissed and the Bears are like no one can beat us. So who is hungrier? I didn't get to hit all the comments. We were going through so much stuff. We had some more people. We had beautiful bearded bastards. Chitex said Broken plays a decoy. We had more. We had Pete. That's Peter Russell. Fresh Fire. He's awesome. He's one of our buddies. He's great. We had Janae in here, and we had Rev Trev. Please go check out his show. He is awesome. And we had Joe tuning in. I think there's some more too. But yeah, this was awesome. Appreciate everybody watching. I will do 2 shows next week. I'll do one on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll be back next Friday, whether the Packers win or lose. And I will wear a Bears jersey soon to honor the bet with Med. But everybody, thank you for watching. The first ever episode of Izac on Football. Please go subscribe to Green Bay Packer Nation when it's available. Med's new show, Nerdcadia, and Bears Country Productions on Thursday nights. Packer Nation runs pretty much every day, right, Brady?
Yeah.
During the week.
Awesome.
Thank you. And thank you for coming in sick, man. Appreciate it. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
also, great to see you again, Med, man.
Yes, sir.
Much love to you, my friend.
It was good to see you, Shorty. Med, Brady, you guys rock. Thank you for everybody watching, and I will see you guys soon. Go Pack, go.
Bear down. Hug. Bear down.
Bear down.